Hi, this is Brandon from the Kiteboarder magazine. I'm here with Clinton Filen. We're at the Airush Kite Camp here on the edge of the Columbia River Gorge here in Oregon, and we're going to talk a little bit about your foilboards for 2018. I think we're going to start with the Mini Monster because we touched upon that in the surfboard video. So go ahead and just tell me a little bit about the Mini Monster.
Yeah, so the Mini Monster is a convertible board that takes you pretty much from having a surf shape into something that you can put freeride fins in, or you can set it up as a dedicated foil. It's got a really low drag attachment system, but like we reviewed that within the whole surf collection as to how that all connects. But looking at it within the foil range, it is that step between surf and dedicated foils.
And this is the board that you might choose to travel with because you could have fun in the surf, and then you can also, if it gets light wind, if you're in a light wind location, you can just strap the foil on and have fun, right?
Yeah, exactly. You know, we started at a 410, so that's a really compact size that fits into a golf bag, and then with that you can still set it up in a wave configuration or as a full foil configuration.
All right, so next in the line, what do we got here?
Then looking through the foils, you know, if you look at our core foil range, then we have 3 sizes, and then we're starting off you know, with the core foil mini, as we call it, where that's like a 130 centimeter, which is a extremely short length. That's a great foil for the intermediate to advanced rider. You can ride it strapless, and it still has a volume in it, so that for the intermediate you can keep the board up, get it going. The chined rails allows it to touch down effectively and a lot, which is, you know, something that you'd still be doing at that level. Then you go over to the medium size in the core foil, and there, you know, we're taking a lot of your traditional more race-sized outline where the board's a bit narrower, and made that something that's more accessible for an intermediate rider. So the reduced width means if you're running a shorter mast, you can still edge the board over and it's still very comfortable. And then from there you'd move up to the largest board in the range. The largest board is very much based on the concept that we had from last year, you know, with a more high volume board with the heavily chined rails that allows you to touch down quite a lot. And yeah, I'll just show you some of the details. You know, yeah, so compared to last year, you'll see the wide points moved a lot further forward. And what we're finding is that you know, by doing that, then you can basically get much closer to the water. There's a little bit less area and width in the tail, so then you know, you can edge the board over as the riders get a little bit more advanced, and then you have a really a lot of area in the nose, and you know, the chines running far forward, so the board can touch down a lot. A big change for us this year has been all the foil boards are also eco boards, so the same as we discussed in surf, where they're all, you know, made within a verified process that reduces the amount of impact on the environment. That's something that, you know, for us is a big focus. Another key point you'll see is going to the double US box. We went away from the Tuttle box for this year to the US box. That allows our foil boards to be compatible with most foils on the market, and then again our foils to be cross compatible as well. Another thing for us is having the option of a single front strap. For quite a few people who are riding switch as well, they prefer to have a single strap in the front, and then we still have the option of like your offset you know, offset strap for if you're going to be switching your feet more. So I mean, what's very unique about the boards that have volume is having the amount of chine that you can have. And this really means that when you touch down, the board really touches down very, very well, you know?
So that's the 2018 boards. Let's talk about the 2018 foils.
Well, the 2018 foils have really been an exciting amount of development for us. You know, again, we've tried to keep with the original feel that we had going with our foils, and a lot of that focused on something that carved very well, that was very easy to use, and still a relatively high performance product within you know, your kind of freeride category. So looking into the product, the main things So we've gone to a vertical mast. We used to have a swept forward mast. The reason for the vertical mast is again cross compatibility, that the mast can work. Our foils are compatible with most of the other foil boards on the market.
And when you say swept forward, you mean the mast was canted?
Yeah, so you would have had the box further back and then the mast would have been sweeping forward.
Okay.
Yeah. So by going to that vertical mast, we also can have various lengths available. So we have a 40, a 60, an 80, and a 95 in the aluminium masts available. You'll also see that what we have is a really advanced profile on the fuselage. We spent a lot of time getting a fuselage that was very low drag and having something that slips through the water very nicely. Going to the wings, we have carbon wings back and front on the core foil, and the front wing is pre-preg, so you have a very, very stiff wing, and that really is one of the secrets to getting a great foil. And having the pre-curve in the wing means that when you carve the foil from side to side, the foil has like a very positive lift through the turns as well. So I mean, there's a lot of details in the wing itself, and you'll see like the anhedral, as we call it, that sweeps down and then flattening off in the tips. And the reason we do that is so even if the wingtip pops out of the water, then you have less chance of ventilation or sucking air all the way down the foil and the thing dropping you in the water. So
you can recover if you accidentally get too high.
Yeah,
that's
so
a little more
ventilation recovery is really important. We've reinforced key areas because finding people are tending to run the foils into the ground a fair amount, so having a look at any of the little details on what's where we can potentially have the product have a longer lifespan. You'll see the double bolt holes with reinforcing around the connection points. If you look at the back wing, a big thing for us is the amount of adjustment. You're able to trim the back wing with 2 screws that you can move it backwards and forwards, and this changes how much lift you get out of the wing, and you can do it pretty easily without having to shim it. You just slide the wing forward. That's a really important, unique selling point. And then moving towards the base, looking at the base of the foil, you'll see we have a new easy on and off system. So instead of having to completely remove the bolts, you can loosen them slightly and then take the foil off very quickly.
And I noticed all the hardware is the same star drive size.
Yeah, so everything is star drive, is standard on all of the components. And you'll also see from the base plate, this is a extremely streamlined part. So you'll spending a lot of time just getting the whole efficiency, limiting the amount of drag when it touches down, trying to connect with what intermediate riders, I mean a lot of us in the company are pretty intermediate, so making something that we think will appeal to your everyday guy.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of these because I've stripped out enough of Phillips holes just by having the wrong size or whatever, and with this you're definitely not going to have that problem so much.
Yeah, those are great. They work also with sand and everything. They have a great mounting mechanism.
All right, so if someone's looking for more information on the 2018 foils, where should they go?
Yeah, so go to airush.com. The information should all be there, or catch up with your Airush dealer.
Great, thank you.